Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Kill Team Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Neil, where I'm about to fight a 100-point kill team mission between my Genestealer Cult and Neil's Blood Angels. So the story that we've got going on here is that this Manufactorum seemed to be operating fine, but then there was a drop in the quotas. So the Administratum sent in some menial workers to go find out what was going on, to find out the numbers. When they didn't come back, they sent in some more higher ups, and they didn't come back. They decided to send in some of the Blood Angels to go find out for sure what was going on. And when they finally arrived here, they realized that the workers had risen up against the Emperor, and the reason they did so was because they were under the sway of the Xenos terror. So that's the story that we got going on here. The mission that we're going to be playing here is there's a bunch of objectives across here. Each of those objectives is going to be worth 1 point at the end of each battle round to whoever controls them. And then we'll also be killing each other. So if you kill the leader, you will get 3 points. If you kill a specialist, you will get 2 points. And if you kill a regular guy, you will get 1 point. So I'll have the advantage on bodies on objectives, and my opponent will have the advantage on killing things, because he's got a lot more guys to kill, so you will see. Speaking of, let's show you the two kill teams. So for the Genestealer Cult, my kill team will consist of, from left to right here, we have my leader, who is a neophyte hybrid leader with a web pistol and a power pick. We then have a combat specialist, who is a pure strain Genestealer. We have a heavy specialist, which is a neophyte gunner with a heavy stubber. And we have a zealot specialist, which is an acolyte fighter with a heavy rock saw. We then have an acolyte leader, an acolyte. We have 2 pure strain Genestealers, and we have a neophyte gunner with a flamer and 3 neophytes. And for the Blood Angels, he'll be running his kill team from left to right here. We have the leader, who is an infiltrator sergeant. We then have the sniper specialist, who is an eliminator. We then have 2 more infiltrators, who are demolitions and comms specialists. And we have, last but not least, we have a suppressor. All right, going over deployment here, the way we've done it in this one is that we had to keep half of our force in reserves. At the end of each movement phase, we can actually bring on guys, but they can only come in from our table edge, because the way we've got deployed is along the table edge here and along the table edge here are our deployment zones. So you have basically the walkways width out from the side here. But for free, at the end of each movement phase, you can bring guys on through the doors that are on each of the different levels here. They can come in for free from them, or you can spend a CP to bring them in from any of the entrance ways here, as long as they are more than 5 inches away from enemy models. So we only have half of our forces that are deployed here, so I'll go over mine here on Genestealers. We have a pure strain combat specialist up over here. We've got my heavy specialist with the heavy stubber over here. We have my leader with the power pick and the web pistol over here. Down over here, we've got another pure strain. And then over on this side, we've got a neophyte. And then I believe down over here, we have a neophyte with a flamer. Going over deployment here for the Blood Angels, we've got his sniper specialist up over here. We've got the comm specialist right next to him, giving him the +1. And then down over here, we've got the leader ready to jump onto that objective back over there. So that is going to be deployment. The rest of our armies are in reserves, and they will be coming onto the board as they see fit. It is worth pointing out, this board, Neil made it from scratch, like just straight up from scratch. He just built every single thing, including the barges and the carts there, and all the machinery. It's 3D printed. Some of the stuff is 3D printed. A lot of the stuff is like, it's incredible. Like he designed all of like the supports here and had them 3D printed. So you can see a little closer look there. It's freaking amazing. The reason he did it was he was commissioned to do so for, what was the name of the game again? Twisted, which is a new miniature game that's coming out. So it's set in like a kind of like a Victorian, like steampunky kind of future. So that's what you've got here. So not really grimdark, but you know, you throw in a couple Genestealers and all of a sudden it becomes grimdark. But yeah, I've been watching this thing slowly build and come from literally just him drawing all of the what are they called, bricks on the side here with like a straight edge and a ballpoint pen to get in the grooves on all of this foam here. I've just been watching it come together, and it's been incredible to see happen. And to see the final product is, I mean, it's just mind-blowing. So I'm very excited to give this a shot. I've been wanting to play on this thing since he was telling me about it, let alone actually seeing it come together. So anyway, so that's what we got going on here. Let's now roll to see who'll have initiative going into turn 1. I rolled a 2. My opponent doesn't make a difference what that other die would be. He's got it 3 times on that one dice. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 1. Movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 1. His sniper and the comm specialist both readied, and his leader jumped up onto the cart, onto that objective down there, holding on to perhaps a node with information that shows the evidence of the Genestealer Cult infestation. So that's going to be movement phase for the Blood Angels. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. A lot of people are advancing. So my pure strain over here advanced up. My flamer guy down over here advanced up onto the objective. My heavy advanced up here onto the objective. Down over here, this guy just moved up into position onto the objective. My leader over here advanced up onto the objective. And down over here, my pure strain advanced. When he moved across here, he jumped onto the barge over here. The way we're doing it is if you jump onto the barge, you roll a d6 on a 1, you fall into the water, and you're going to get moved downstream. But if you jump across the water without a barge, it's on a 1 or a 2. So he jumped onto the barge there. So I have to roll a d6 to see if I have it. On a 1, of course, he falls into the water. We'll come back to you with that. Oh. So there he is. He fell into the water. The way we rolled, the stream is going to be moving down this way. So I'm going to fall down the stream 2d6 inches. 8 inches. Ooh, he might be off.
No. A tragedy.
Yeah, he gets caught in a strong stream that just takes him right out the side over here. Bwomp, bwomp. So now his eliminator here is going to be firing into my heavy specialist. He's going to spend a CP on careful aim, which gives him +1 to hit. He also gets +1 to hit because of the comm specialist, but he is obscured, so it's going to be -1 to hit. So it's going to be hitting on a 2. Yeah. So he's going to use the hyperfrag shot here. So it's going to be heavy D3 shots. It's going to be 2 shots. These are going to be hitting on 2s.
Here we go.
That is going to be 2 hits. These are going to be strength 5, so 3s to wound. It's going to be 1 wound. AP nothing, right?
Correct.
So this is going to be looking for a 5-up save. With the fill phase, he's good. Woo! And he's okay. He's more than an inch away from the edge over there, so he's not going to have to worry about falling. But now his comm specialist is going to fire into my heavy specialist, so he's going to have 2 shots here because he's in rapid fire range, but he is obscured, so hitting on 4s. It's going to be 2 hits, strength 4, looking for 3s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. Woof. AP nothing on these, so it's looking for 5-up saves. Failed them both. So let's see the injury roll here. Looking for a 1, just 1, because it's just 1 damage here. On a 1, he's going to take a flesh wound. My opponent's going to spend a CP to re-roll that. On a 3, he still takes a flesh wound.
Rapid.
All right, so now his leader over here is going to fire in the regular shooting phase into my heavy specialist. It is at long range, and he does get a line of sight there, but it is obscured. So he's going to be looking for a 5 to hit. That's not a hit.
I didn't want to see you.
My neophyte down here is going to fire into his comm specialist. I'm going to have 1 shot here because he's not in half range. This is going to be hitting on a 6 because he is more than half range, and he is obscured. No hit. And that's going to be it for turn 1 here. I don't have to take a leadership test over here because he's leadership 7, and there's only 1 guy out, so he can't fail that one. And that is going to be it. So at the end of the turn, I do control 1 objective, 2 objective, 3 objective, 4 objectives, giving me 4 points here. My opponent controls 1 objective and has 1 kill, bringing the score to 4-2 to the Genestealer Cult advantage here. So let's roll now to see who will have initiative going into turn 2. I rolled a 6, my opponent rolled an 8, so we'll come back to you again after movement phase for the Blood Angels. Movement phase for the Blood Angels here. These 2 guys over here moved along here because they're trying to stay away from the big gnashing claw guy over here. And his leader readied himself down there on top of the objective. So that's going to be it for the Blood Angels. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here. This guy readied. This guy down here readied. This guy over here readied. And my leader up here readied. Just all sitting on objectives getting me points there. He advanced up over here, getting real close to them over there. Rolled that 5, moving his 13 inches, which is pretty great. So looking to get the charge off next turn. And that's going to be it for the movement phase here. Well, we're now at the end of the movement phase. So now we'll each bring in D3 models. We can bring in D3 models. So my opponent will bring in 1 model, and I will bring in, sorry, drop dice don't count, 2 models. So we'll come back to you with their placement. All right, so if they're in from reserves, his eliminator dropped in over here, having come through that door over there. I brought in a pure strain who advanced through this door, running down this corridor, looking at him. And then I also brought in, down over there, I got my zealot specialist. It came in through that door. I spent 1 CP to move him in through the back door over there, more than 5 inches away from his leader over here. So that's where he's going to be. So we will come back to you. That's it for the movement phase. So now we're done with the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. So now his leader's going to start us off in the shooting phase with his ready shooting into my pure strain up over here. He's within half range, but he is obscured. Yep. So he's going to be hitting on 4s. No hits. So now my heavy stubber here is going to fire into his comm specialist. I'm going to have 3 shots here. These are going to be hitting on 5s because he does have a flesh wound there. Getting no hits. This guy down here is going to fire into his leader. He's going to have 1 shot there, hitting on a 5 because of obscurement. Nope, no hit. Sorry. It actually would have been a 6 because it's also more than 12 inches away. My leader over here is going to fire his web pistol into his suppressor. So he's going to have pistol D3 shots. So it's going to be 3 shots here. These are going to be hitting on 6s because of range and obscurement. Getting no hits. So now his comm specialist here is going to start off the regular shooting phase into my heavy stubber guy. He's going to have 2 shots hitting on 4s because of obscurement. Getting 1 hit, but that 6 is a wound because of his marksman's carbine. So that's going to be looking for a 5-up save. No save there. So +1, -1, so looking for a 4-up. Yes. He's got it, he out. So now his eliminator is going to fire into my pure strain over here. He is -1 because he moved with a heavy weapon. He's -1 because of obscurement, +1 because of the comm specialist, and he's going to spend 1 CP again on careful aim, giving him a total of hitting on 3s.
How many shots?
D3 shots because of the frag, so that's going to be a hyper frag, so that's going to be 3 shots here. Hitting on 3s. Getting 2 hits. Strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting no wounds. My opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll. That does wound. AP nothing here. Yep. So looking for, I believe he has, looking for a 5, invul or regular armor save. With a 5, he's good. Woo!
It does 2 wounds.
And now his suppressor here is going to fire into my combat specialist. He's going to have 2 shots here, heavy 2. So he's going to be -1 for moving with a heavy weapon, -1 because of obscurement here. So he's going to be hitting on 5s. Getting no hits. And that'll be the end of turn 2 here. Score-wise, my opponent did kill someone, and he does hold an objective down there. Actually, he killed a specialist. So he'll have 2 points for that, +1 point for that, giving him 3 points. We'll give him a total of 5 points now. I can still control at the end of the battle round 1, 2, 3 objectives, giving me an additional 3 points. So that will give me a total of 7 points. So, no morale tests need to be taken, so we will now roll off to see who has initiative going into turn 3. I rolled a 4, my opponent rolled a 9, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Blood Angels. Movement phase for the Blood Angels here. His suppressor jumped up over this way on the other side of me. His leader readied himself. This guy, his comm specialist, advanced up onto the objective, and the sniper just moved up here, walked away from my big slashy claw guy. So that's going to be it for the movement phase for the Blood Angels. We'll come back to it the movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. All right, my guy down here is going to ready, as is my guy on the objective over here. And then I'm going to be doing some charges. So we're going to start over here with my pure strain, charging into his sniper bro over here. I think he can see me, so he can overwatch here. Can he see me, or does he not have line of sight? 1 second. All right, so you actually can't see him, but my opponent's going to spend a CP to overwatch him if I come around here with a point blank overwatch, which is technically for indoor spaces, so that's why we're playing it with it here. So his charge distance, to see if I actually come into sight here, I need a 6-inch charge to get in. I will make it with a 7, so when I come around the corner there, you can overwatch. You're going to do the hyper frag. Yep, so shots. D3 shots, so it's going to be 2 shots, looking for 6s.
2 6s.
No hits there, so he will be in. And then my pure strain here is going to charge into his suppressor. So he's going to have 2 shots with his gun there, hitting on 6s. Nope, no hits there. His charge distance is totally hit. Oh, double 6s, of course he's in. And my leader's going to do the same thing. Oh, look, he's in. Yeah. And then my rock saw guy down there is going to charge into his leader. He can't see him through there either. So he is going to charge in. 6 inches should get him in. And then at the end of the turn, D3 will come in from the side there. I will be bringing in 1 as my opponent, because he only has 1 left. So at the end there, his one guy advanced in from the doorway on the 2nd level over there, running up here, getting onto the objective to contest it with me. So he did advance to get onto there. And then my guy over here is actually going to charge in them. So I know usually from reserves they can just go 5 inches away, blah blah blah. But we're playing it differently just because it's more fun with this situation that they're coming like straight, like they're just charging like right through doors. So he came running in over here. He's going to try to charge into his guy over there who's going to overwatch here. So hitting on 6s does not get any hits. I need a what did we say it was, like a 9-inch charge? Yeah. So he needs a 9-inch charge to get in. Does not make it. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Into a 9. He's in. Woo! All right, so into the shooting phase. We're going to start with my readied flamer guy over here shooting into his demolitions expert. So D6 auto hits. Oh, baby, it's the big 6. Strength 4, toughness 4. So looking for 4s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. AP nothing. So you're going to have 5 3-up saves.
Oof.
Failing 3 of them. No. Oh no, he can't even re-roll to save him. So he will be down to 0 here. Let's see if he is out of action. And on the 2 he won't, but I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll it. And on that 5, he's out! So into the fight phase, my pure strain here is going to start off attacking into his sniper specialist. He's got 3 attacks base plus 1 because he is a combat specialist. These are going to be hitting on 3s. That is going to be 2 hits. Strength 4, toughness 4, so looking for 4s to wound. 6s are rending. That's going to be 2 wounds, not rending, so it's AP -1, so 2 4-up saves. Ooh, fails 1, so he takes 1 wound. And then over here, my pure strain is going to attack into his suppressor. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 2 hits, looking for 4s to wound. That's going to be 1 6, which is AP -3 or 4. 1 second. Yep, AP -4. He's just going to take a wound. And now my leader is going to attack into his suppressor there. He's got 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. That's going to be no hits. And then my acolyte leader is going to attack into him over here, into his comm specialist. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 1 hit. Strength 4, toughness 4, 4 to wound. Oh, that 6 almost happened. And then my acolyte fighter down there, zealot specialist, is going to attack into his leader. So I'm going to have 3 attacks here, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 3 hits. He's going to be effective strength 10. Because it's +1 strength times 2 with the rock saw there. So it's going to be wounding on 2s. That's going to be 3 wounds. Good thing he's wounded on 2s, because that was 3 2s. These are going to be AP -4, I think. So it's just going to go straight through. So that's going to be 2 damage. So the first one will go through and take him down to 0. Let's see if he's out of action. On that 6, he is. And now his suppressor over here is going to attack into my leader. He's going to have 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 1 hit. Strength 4, toughness 3, looking for a 3 to wound. That's a wound. AP nothing, so looking for a 5-up save. No, I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. I'm trying to save my leader here. No, still going to go through. Injury roll. On a 6, he's out. Now his comm specialist is going to attack into my acolyte leader over here. So he's going to have 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That's going to be 1 wound. Regular save. Yeah, with a 5, he's good. And the sniper into my combat specialist. 2 attacks. That's going to be 1 hit. Wounding on a 4, though.
Don't want to do it.
Do you want to spend it? Gonna spend a CP to re-roll it. Re-roll that failed there. No, not going to make it. So then he's got this one. Looking for a 4 to wound because he's tough 4. No wound. And that's focus is going to be the end of turn 3 there. No morale tests need to be taken at the end of the turn. we are contesting this objective. We are both contesting this objective. But I control this objective, I control this objective, and I control this objective, giving me 3 additional points. So at the end of turn 3, the score is 15 to the Genestealer Cult and 8 to the Blood Angels. So we will now roll off to see who will have initiative on turn 4. I rolled an 8. My opponent rolled a 9. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Blood Angels.
Lost enough people to break them up.
Movement phase for the Blood Angels here. My opponent's just going to stay in combat because he figures he has a better chance of attacking than having to run away because he's got no more in reserve and I've still got a few guys in reserve. So that's where they're going to stay in combat. We'll come back to you with the Genestealer Cult. All right, so that's going to be it for the movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. Everyone's staying where they're at. So the ones on objectives are staying there, collecting the information that they need to hide their existence from the Imperium. And everyone in combat is going to stay there fighting to the death. So I do get D3 back, or D3 that can still come on because I still got the 3 guys that can come on. 2 more will be coming, so we'll come back to you after that. All right, so I spent a CP to bring this guy back over here to get a line of sight over across this way, even though everyone's engaged. Who knows what's going to happen if it goes into a turn 5. And then this guy came in over here, so he's going to charge in over there. I need a 6-inch charge to get in. Not going to make it on a 4. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. And I will with that 8. So into the shooting phase now. His guy over here is going to shoot into my Acolyte leader. He's got the pistol, so he's going to hit on a 3.
In your face?
No hit. My Acolyte leader is going to return the favor with his pistol there. That's not going to be a hit. And then his sniper is going to go into my combat specialist. That's going to be a hit. That will be a wound. 5 up save. No, I'm going to send a CP to reroll that. No! So here we go. Is he going to be out of action? On a 3, he will not be, but my opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll that.
Last one, my only one.
Here we go.
Come on.
No, flesh wound. And then over here, my guy who charged in is going to attack. He's got 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. That's not going to be a wound. And then he has a cultist knife here, so hitting on a 3. No hit. So now his sniper is going to attack in the regular fight phase here. 2 attacks hitting on 3s. Getting 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5 up save. No, I'm going to spend my last CP to reroll it. No, come on.
Come on, baby.
Injury plus 1.
4.
No, but plus 1, yeah, he is out of action.
Yes.
And now my Pure Strain is going to attack into his suppressor over there, hitting on 3s. That's all hits.
Oof.
Wounding on 4s. That's going to be 1 wound at AP minus 1. 4 up save.
4, baby.
No, that's going to go through. So let's see if he is out of action here. No, he's going to take a flesh wound.
Done.
And now his combat specialist here is going to attack. He's going to have 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 1 hit, wounding on a 3. That's a wound. 5 up save. No. See if he is out of action.
Hey.
Oh, he is. And then his suppressor is going to punch into my Pure Strain over there. Hitting on 3s because he's got transhuman physiology, ignores that flesh wound. That's going to be 1 hit, wounding on a 4.
Come on.
No wound. All right, so the end of the turn. No morale test to be taken. I do control 1 objective, 2 objective, 3 objective. My opponent does control 1 objective here, so it brings a total of 12 to 18 to the Genestealer Cult here. That was turn 4, so that could have been the end of the turn. On a 3+ will go on. No, that is the end of the game. And with that, the Genestealer Cult will successfully drive back the Blood Angel kill team here as they have to leave with no further information about what's going on here. But my guess is that they probably just come and exterminate us this planet anyway. So, but yeah, a ton of fun on a super cool, like close, awesome, in-your-face battle terrain here that my opponent Neil has so skillfully put together, and it was a ton of fun. Just like super narrative, really just a blast to play. So, I hope that you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Neil, and until next time, stay safe and have fun.